And here we go. So welcome to Not Exactly Experts. Obviously, I don't know how I want to intro this.
We're keeping that.
So welcome to Not Exactly Experts. A little bit different this time. Obviously, we're on video. So we wanted to show you guys a little bit of what it's like when we're recording so you could see us. As you can see, I'm your co-host for Rusty joining on the call, and again with us, Jarett. Welcome to the show. We had this heated topic come up, and so we thought, let's just hop on, let's record it, let's see how it works. Autographs. Something happened recently, Jarett, Rusty. These two have both been fired up. I've been a part of a text chain that I'm not getting in on. And I'm like, guys, let's just save it for let's save it for a quick episode. Let's see what happens. Someone walk me through this. Like, kind of loop me in on the details. I've got a high level, and let's chat about this. So we've got Jarett, one of your Cowboys players, is making headlines for snubbing a kid of an autograph.
Yes, that's basically the story. He was coming out of the game. Some kid in a Saquon Barkley jersey came up and said, DeMarcus, can I get a jersey? DeMarcus Lawrence just looks at the kid and said, you're wearing the wrong colors. You're wearing the wrong colors, son. And just kept moving. And of course, on the video, the kid looked at, he just looked sad and everything else and like this. And of course, then during the conversation, I was just like, I've told everyone that I'm standing with DeMarcus on this whole situation. And I have. Yeah. Well, look, I would agree if it was anybody else, that if it was a Falcons player and some Saints kid came up with a jersey, said sign this, and the Falcons player's like, no, you're wearing the wrong colors, and kept it moving. I believe in rivalries, and I firmly believe that there's a reason that rivalries exist and everything else. Now,
but he's a kid.
Yeah,
he's walking up. He's wearing a Giants jersey, asking for an autograph of a Cowboys player. That's
so if he's wearing a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey, you're then upset.
I think he gives him the autograph. I honestly think if the kid was wearing a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey, that I think he would have been more inclined to maybe sign it.
I don't think so.
Because it's not a rivalry?
Huh? No, it isn't, because they're not in the same division.
Right.
It's not in the same division. This is my thinking behind it, and I honestly want Rusty to go first, but I'll just go ahead and take this one.
Go for it.
So once again, this kid and his parents woke up Sunday morning, Giants fans. Okay, that's what they are. They're going to be rooting for the Giants. This kid puts on his Saquon Barkley jersey. They drive to the stadium. This kid basically was against the Cowboys from 8 a.m. until the game was over. He probably booed the Cowboys when they came out. He probably booed DeMarcus Lawrence. He probably booed every single play that the Cowboys made, because I'm guessing the parents are also Giants fans. So let's just say I follow Rusty for 3 hours. Just follow him all day and just boo. Hey, Rusty, why don't you try selling some insurance? And then if someone says no, I'm like, oh, but how's that feel, man? How's that feel? And just yell obscenities at him for 3 hours. Now, let's just go all day. It's your job. So he followed him from quarter one till final quarter. So if I followed you home after 8-hour day of me just berating you and like, hey, Rusty, can I get like $10? You think Rusty's going to give me any money whatsoever? No. He hasn't
asked the kid for money. He didn't ask him for money. It's an autograph. That's free. It takes 5 freaking seconds.
I feel it's the same thing. I was just like, you're asking me now to do you a favor. Do you a favor after I know you booed me. I know you were against me. You did not want me to win. You did not want me to win from 7 a.m. this morning, whenever you guys left and got to the stadium. You rooted against me, and I know your parents are Giants fans. So it's like, why should I support? I mean, look, if you were a Cowboys fan or DeMarcus Lawrence fan, wear the jersey. So don't you dare come up to me and say, hey, Can I have a signature? And let me just show you proof that I was never against you. Though I was never for you the whole time. I don't support you.
All right, Rusty. Rusty, what do you say to this?
Dude, he's a kid. He's a kid. We're not talking about adults. Your whole example was that you were freaking making fun of me as an insurance guy. We're adults. We can take that crap. This is a kid. He's probably at the most 10 years old. And you just ruined his day, his week, his month. Dude, like we talked about in the text message, he's a kid. He probably got that jersey from his parents and said, hey, guess what, son? You're a freaking Giants fan because I'm a Giants fan. And then guess what? He went to the game and saw DeMarcus Lawrence and he's like, this guy's awesome. I want to be this guy. And then he asked for an autograph and the guy's like, he really didn't even look at him. He just kept walking and then kind of shrugged and said, get the right jersey, son, and kept walking even after the kid's saying his name. He's the only kid out there asking for an autograph. Clearly he's popular. I mean, what the heck? It's just ridiculous. You see all sorts of NFL players, and I talked about this with you guys too. J.J. Watt, he's every single game, his ritual is to go out before the game and he throws the football with kids. He plays catch with the kids in the stands. Does not matter what jersey they have on. A lot of times it's their division rivals. And guess what? It makes those kids days. Like they will remember that crap for the rest of their lives. And it doesn't take a lot of effort. They are in a position of being role models. And guess what? They make millions. DeMarcus Lawrence just signed a $90 million contract, right? $100 million, something like that?
Yes.
He can take a couple frickin' boos and still act like a really nice guy.
Is DeMarcus Lawrence known for like snubbing people of autographs?
No, that's the thing. He's not. Well, he's one of these players that really kind of keeps to himself, and he's really not known. He's not known in the Cowboys organization to be really kind of an outward player. He is a true locker room guy, and he's always wanted to be. He wanted to be a Cowboy, and he wanted to be a Cowboy for life, and. So I just feel like even if this is a kid, if he's one, I don't know. I can't say that if my kid was if we were Cowboys fans and for some reason how we got access to now go watch the Eagles go load the bus. would never do that. Why would I take my kid to do that?
Maybe your kid has some player somehow that he or she has a huge role model in that happens to be another team.
Then he will tell me that. It's like, hey, let's just say I have a kid now who's 10. It's like, hey, Dad, I know you like the Cowboys. I'm a huge Carson Wentz fan. I might now be on board. It's like, okay, let's go get you a Carson Wentz jersey. I'm not going to force you to root for whoever. So we get him a Wentz jersey. I might be in Cowboys. Now, I might be in Cowboys outfit. He's going to be in his Wentz jersey. If he wants to go see Carson Wentz, go ahead. But I don't want him to try to ask for any Cowboy autographs. I would never. It's just like, no, son. You don't get any Cowboys autographs. You follow the Eagles. That's who you follow.
Do you think he would have signed if the kid was wearing a Cowboys jersey, or do you think he still would have said no, but just not made the comment?
He would have signed it if he was wearing a Cowboys jersey.
I don't think so. Did you read his tweet? I'll read his tweet verbatim here for you. You must not have seen this, Jarett. So he got a lot of crap for it on social media, especially Twitter. And he tweets back and says, "It's crazy how you fans want to attack me for not signing for a kid. It's more than one kid that came to the game, even with Cowboys jerseys, and never got to meet any player. So if I'm being honest with my own kids, that they'll never... Sorry. So if I'm honest with my own kids, I will never treat your kid better than mine. So suck it up. # sorry, not sorry." So he's pretty much saying there were tons of Cowboys fans there too. They didn't get any autographs, so just suck it up.
Yeah, I mean, so why should we worry?
So
why should we worry that
it looked crowded?
Kid did not get an autograph? And go ahead.
He's a kid.
It's just.
It is hard to tell from the video footage. It does not look like there's a big line of people that are just waiting to get an autograph. So he does look more singularly.
He wasn't in a hurry.
No,
He's
not in a hurry.
Casually with trainers. Yeah. Like, it takes 2 seconds.
This paints a bigger picture of the topic of like, do pro athletes have somewhat of a moral obligation or an ethical obligation, I don't know what you want to call it, to sign autographs in situations like that? Or is it totally fine, and should we as fans not complain if they just completely snub everyone?
Hey, look, I understand that athletes are people too. They have every single right to not sign something. They probably turn down hundreds of signatures every single game. Now, I will point out that I would think less of DeMarcus Lawrence. Let's just say, and this might turn bad, I don't know. Let's say the kid's in a wheelchair. Let's say he's sick. And let's say he comes up to DeMarcus Lawrence and says, "Hey, can I get an autograph?" I think DeMarcus Lawrence would probably be more lenient in giving him an autograph. It's like, "Hey, this is a sick kid. I'm going to go ahead, do him a favor, give him this autograph." But it's just like, we can't just pretend that this kid should just get everything he wants. And now we're talking a little more about child psychology and not really talking about players not signing autographs.
So here's the thing I have with it. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Giants fan. We all know from last episode, I really don't follow the NFL based on how I performed in trivia. But so I feel like I'm remotely unbiased here. The problem I have is the comment he makes to the kid. He could have just politely said, "Hey, sorry, not at this time." Or, just told him, sorry, son, not right now. But I think the comment of, "Hey, get the right jersey, kid," my feeling is that's kind of what ignited this whole thing.
Yeah, and I go back to this. It's not like he told him to F off or nothing. I think it was a playful. Well, I feel more.
It didn't. I didn't see. It did not look playful. It did not look playful. Because if it's playful, I think you could make a joke. That is a golden opportunity for him to laugh about kind of the irony of the situation. Like, he should be humbled that someone that is not even apparently a Cowboys fan is coming up to him wanting an autograph.
And I would be very hard pressed to know, because DeMarcus Lawrence could not have been the only player to walk down this path. There had to have been dozens of Cowboys come down here, or dozens of players. I would like to know, was there anybody else signing autographs? Did anybody else give him an autograph? But we only see DeMarcus Lawrence. So I don't know if that was just a certain path that he just used, that people just happened to be around. So look, if other Cowboys had given him signatures and DeMarcus Lawrence did not, then I'm like, okay, well, come on, DeMarcus, like, Dak Prescott gave the kid a signature. How come you can't? Then I would be more sympathy towards the kid. But I don't know that. I mean, I can't openly say that maybe this kid had asked for autographs for an hour with every player just passing him and not saying anything. So I still stand by DeMarcus. It's like, okay, a kid didn't get an autograph. Whoop-de-doo. It's not the end of the world. Let's move on.
It's not the end of the world for him.
Oh, really? So then it comes out later that Saquon Barkley invites the kid to a Giants game.
Because of all the social media access that this has gotten. Like, that's the only reason that obviously that has come up.
So have we touched on that yet? Let me ask one question
first. Let me ask one question first. I guess this is for Jarett. If we went back to DeMarcus Lawrence, to his high school years, his college years, and we said, DeMarcus, in 6, 7, 10 years, you're going to be a professional football player making millions of dollars. Some little kid comes up to you in the wrong jersey, not the jersey that you play for, and asks for an autograph. He's still going to sign it. I guarantee he says, "Oh yeah, why wouldn't I?" Because at that point, he's still saying, "I love the game. I love all the fans I'm going to have. I'm going to love them no matter what." And then he makes a bunch of freaking money, and it's all about him. And God, we can't take 2 seconds to sign a freaking towel. He didn't ask him for anything but a little bit of time.
Right?
Like, come on. Look, that's like my kid going to Disney World and wearing a Mickey shirt, and he sees Goofy, and Goofy says, "Get the right shirt, kid." Come on. He's a kid. And then Disney World would be shut down forever.
Come on, kid. Why don't you take off those ears and put on a big long nose?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
But I guess we need to be in context. We're talking to the guy that wouldn't give his kids cell phones till they're in college.
It just crossed my mind. I didn't want to bring it back up.
I have zero sympathy for kids. Zero. Okay. I want them to go back to the 1880s. I almost want to be Amish. I just don't want technology anymore. They should just toughen up and just farm the fields from sun up to sundown.
So Saquon Barkley gives Giants tickets to the kid.
Yes. Yeah. So Saquon Barkley ends up giving tickets to the kid because it's like, oh, what a good guy. It's like, well, there was enough social media attention to it. It's not like you secretly did it. It's just like, hey, let me find out this family, give me their information. Hey, come up to the game. Also, if you could just keep it off social media, I don't want any media attention for this. But that's just not how it works, is it? So Saquon Barkley now becomes this saint of a guy. Is just like, well, you know what? If he was just any Tom, Dick, and Joe on the street, he wouldn't have done it.
Well, he probably wouldn't have given tickets away either. But if this blows up, right, and you're DeMarcus Lawrence and you see all this negative press, why can't you do some sort of gesture like that too? Why can't you like send him an autographed football and make a social media deal about it, tweet about it, and send it to the kid? Like, why not do that? And all of a sudden, this whole thing is over with, done. You signed it on your own time.
Because you're caving underneath the pressure. That's what it's going to be. So it's like if
You're a kid. He's not becoming a communist.
Nope. If everyone starts attacking DeMarcus Lawrence, which they are, about not signing something,
so bad for him.
And then all of a sudden he's just like, okay, fine. I'm going to send this kid a signed football, and then everyone's like. Then it was like, well, how come you didn't do it the first time? You're not going to make anybody happy in this situation. So you have to just move on from it. So that's what's like. I mean, it's just
again. If there's another kid that asks for an autograph and he's in a Giants jersey, does he sign for that guy?
Oh, he can't. He can't now. He can't sign any division rival jersey that he sees. But I would like to see what happens if they play out of division and someone with an opposite jersey asks for an autograph. Now, yeah, I'd be very, very interested to see what happens. But
did you know he kind of apologized?
He kind of did in the locker room, but it wasn't really a full-hearted apology.
Yeah, which would have taken a lot of effort too. So.
But no, I still stand with DeMarcus Lawrence. I was just like, hey, I get it. It's a rivalry.
You can be Satan. It's fine.
He's not Satan. He just didn't want to sign. And we don't know. He probably signed some other autographs way before. He's probably been signing autographs all day after the game, then media. And he's like, I'm ready to go home. I'm just ready to go home because we don't understand.
Then don't say, get the right jersey, son. Just say, I don't have time and keep walking.
Yep.
Man. So you're telling me that you've never said anything wrong in your whole life, that you've always said the perfect thing every time?
No, but I think the bandwagon I'm on is like, you can correct this. Social media, it's so easy to fix something. Say, look, I was in a rush. I'm sure this came off the wrong way. Here you are, buddy. Like, send it on social media, show them the football you're signing, and it's done. The media shuts up. It's over with, and it's done.
It's different when it's kids. Like I said, if this was an adult wearing a freaking Eli Manning jersey, nobody cares, right? He said that to an adult. Everybody's laughing at it. It's because it was a kid.
Yep.
Just treat kids with a little bit more respect. Give the guy freaking signature. It's all he wants. He's a fan.
All right. Nope, we're done. This is it. We want to hear what you guys have to say. These two obviously could go on this all night. Comment, like it, hate it. Tell us what you think. Is whose fault is this? What do you think?
It's parents' fault. Parents' fault buying that kid a Giants jersey to begin with, and then allowing him to walk up to DeMarcus Lawrence and ask him for an autograph. It's like, oh yeah, go little Billy. There's no way this can turn bad.
All right, we want to hear from everyone, all the listeners out there, the viewers now. Obviously, putting this on YouTube. Tell us what you think. Is DeMarcus Lawrence? Is he wrong? Is he in the right? We want to hear. So before we close out real quick, I wanted to go over some of the toughest autographs, an article I found to obtain. And I don't know, let me know if any of these surprised you guys, right? So just looking through the list, Tiger Woods that to me, I guess, doesn't surprise me. I don't know that I've ever seen.
So popular.
Is this this ranking from first or
No, they're not. This is just a list. Chipper Jones, Barry Bonds.
Wow.
This one's a little bit surprising to me. Peyton Manning.
Wow, really?
Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Rusty Tillman, LeBron James. He's too busy running out on the middle of his high school half court. So yeah, there's actually obviously people notorious for not being the best at giving autographs, or maybe these are just harder to come by.
When it's harder to come by, and a lot of those were very popular athletes. Like if you go to the Denver Broncos practice when Peyton Manning was there, like 3/4 of the kids are trying to get autographs from Peyton, and there's only one of him. So that's tough. I guess what's the context? Is it hard to get the autograph, or do they not like to give them out?
It's a little bit. I think it's a little bit of a mix. It's toughest autographs to obtain. So it's an interesting topic. I mean, obviously these are athletes, and this is their profession and their job, and they have a lot of time spent doing it. And I'm sure at the end of a long, hard day, maybe the last thing you want to do is sign autographs. But when you think about it, it's the people, it's the fans that are allowing you to make the money you're making and to do the sport you love. So yeah, it's a tough topic.
I think a lot of it has to do with business, because if there's anything I learned about watching Pawn Stars is that they've mentioned that some autographs are worth more than others because sometimes athletes didn't sign a lot. They just didn't give out a lot of autographs. So and just one example would be, help me out, baseball player Rose denied the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame because he bet on games.
Pete Rose.
Yeah,
Pete Rose. Pete Rose autograph is worth nothing because he floods the market with it. There was actually a mini 30 for 30 episode that he stood in a sports shop and just sat down and just signed autographs for 8 hours. I mean, he's flooded the market with his autograph. And so if you have anything signed by Pete Rose, it's not worth anything.
That's fair.
So a lot of it has to do with business sense and whether but I don't think they're thinking that.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you care what your autograph's worth.
Yeah.
And kudos to him for sitting down and signing a bunch of autographs. I mean, think
And
of all the huge fans he had that have made that cool connection with him because he signed.
And I figure, and I agree with, it would be hard to get Tiger Woods' autograph because just in golf, there's not that opportunity.
Especially during the round. Your only chance is maybe in a practice round or at the end of a round, and obviously the mobs of people are there. Mm-hmm. You've got to be at the right place at the right time and get real lucky, and hope at the same time he's getting an autograph. So, all right, we're gonna close this one out.
What if the kids were wearing Phil Mickelson t-shirts?
So this is a good point. I actually would think that both Tiger and Phil would find that funny if a kid came up and was wearing the opposite t-shirt, or if they had sports jerseys, right?
Sign right over his face.
I think both of them
rivalry. It's not heated and hated.
Yeah, I mean, they're still rivals. They're still rivals, and they still go out every week and they want to beat each other.
Right.
But they are old and mature enough to enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the rivalry.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this went well. And we'll catch you guys next time. Not exactly experts. Checking out. See y'all.